On the 27th of May 1987, Auburn High School graduate Tammy Tracey was a 19-year-old Rockford, Illinois resident. She enjoyed sports, particularly golf and baseball. It was a pleasant day, and she'd just been fishing with her sister-in-law, whom had to leave to go to work. Tammy was last seen at Searls Park, not far from her home, waxing a two-door black 1979 Oldsmobile car after giving it a wash. Later that evening, she was due to meet a family member at Ingersoll Golf Course, but failed to show up. When she didn't return home the following day, her mother Linda Tracey became concerned and reported her missing. The car was found abandoned at the park, and it was locked. There was no signs of a struggle, and she was nowhere to be seen. An extensive search began for her, but it turned up nothing. Then almost a year later, on the 15th of April 1988, a hiker discovered skeletal remains at the Sugar River Forest Preserve in Durand, Illinois. An autopsy showed that she'd been shot in the head and stabbed in the chest with an ice pick. For decades, the case frustrated investigators, and for years they said they were close to being able to make an arrest. Earlier in 2020, authorities thought they knew who took Tammy's life, but they were working together to gather the evidence needed to prove it. The Tracey family started putting billboards up as recently as May 2020, hoping to obtain new information on the crime. The case was cracked on the 19th of November 2020, when new evidence in the case led the authorities to identify 64-year-old Rockford resident Jesse Smith as the suspect. He was spotted driving an 18-wheeler in Worth County and followed into Clark Avenue into Albany in southwest Georgia when he was arrested for taking Tammy's life. The authorities were tight-lipped about the motive of the crime and were scant on details about the evidence used that led to the arrest, except to say that Smith lived in the area at the time of the attack and was known by Tammy's family. In the afternoon on the 19th of November 2020, Smith was taken into custody in Albany, Georgia, on a $5 million bond and will be sent to Illinois to face the charges. Rockford Police Chief Dan O'Shea said, "It's heartbreaking. One of the first people I met when I came to Rockford almost 5 years ago was Linda Tracey, Tammy's mum. The Tracey family can now get closure and continue to get closure as the case moves through the court." Linda said there was always going to be somebody she knew, and she just wouldn't go with anybody. She just wouldn't. "I have to see this person punished and know why he did it before it's too late."